This lesson will focus on the perimeter of quarter and semicircles from the broad general education. The perimeter of a shape is the total distance around the outside of the shape. Where we have an arc, we must first of all work out the length of this arc before we can find the perimeter of the shape. Example 1. Find the length of the arc in the semicircle.
In example 1, we're looking to find the length of the arc in the semicircle. So the length of the arc is going to be this curved section all the way around the outside. So that is a semicircle, so it's half of a full circle. To begin with, we always must start with a full circle. So we're going to begin with C is equal to pi d, and that's going to allow us to work out the circumference of this full entire circle. The letter D represents diameter. We've been given a diameter of 30, so let's substitute in pi multiplied by 30. From there, we'll type that into a calculator. We've got pi, and then I will multiply it by 30. That will give me an answer of 94.247, and it just keeps going. I'm then just going to round that to 2 decimal places, and it's 94.28 centimetres. Now, that's the full entire circle. We want the length of the arc in the semicircle, so therefore, semicircle and we're going to take our 94.28, and because it's a semicircle, we're going to divide it by 2. So let's take our 94.28, dividing that by 2, and it's a final answer of 47.14 centimetres.
Example 2. Find the length of the arc in the quarter circle.
In example 2, we've been asked to find the length of the arc in the quarter circle. So to begin with, we always have to begin with a full circle. So let's find our circumference of the full circle. C is equal to pi d. Now, the letter D represents a diameter which goes from edge through the centre to another edge. This clearly doesn't. This goes from the edge of the circle to the centre, so that makes this a radius. So we have a radius of 20 millimetres, which means our diameter is 40 millimetres. Let's substitute that in now. So we have pi multiplied by 40. We'll take our calculator, and that should give me an answer of 125.663, and it's going to continue on. I'll round that to give me 125.66 millimetres. This is a full circle. We want a quarter circle. Therefore, quarter circle. So we will take our whole circle, which is 125.66, and we will divide that by 4. 125.66 divided by 4, and our final answer will be 31.42, that's to 2 decimal places, with the units of millimetres.
Example 3. Calculate the perimeter of the semicircle.
In example 3, we're looking to calculate the perimeter of the semicircle. Now, the word perimeter means that we're looking for the total distance around the outside of a shape. So first of all, we'll need to work out this distance here, so our arc of the semicircle, and then we're going to have to add on the length of this straight line here. Now, this straight line is a diameter, so that will help us later on. To begin with, the first thing we want to do is let's work out the length of the arc, which is the semicircle. So, full circle, C is equal to pi d. Now, this is diameter. We've been given a length that goes from edge to centre of 12 metres, so that represents radius. So radius, 12 metres. Diameter would therefore be 24 metres. So if I substitute that in, I've got pi multiplied by 24. Fire that into a calculator, pi multiplied by 24. And that's going to give me 75.398, and it will continue on. 2 decimal places, well, this is a little bit of a trickier one. It will be 75.40 metres. Now, that's a full circle, but here we have a semicircle. So as with previous, therefore, semicircle is equal to 75.40, all divided by 2. So I will take my 75.40 and I will divide that by 2, and that gives me a final answer of 37.70. Now, that is simply just the arc. We want the perimeter, so therefore, capital P for perimeter. So we know our curved section, or our arc, is 37.70. Then we want to add on the length of this straight line. So that is a diameter, so we're then going to add on 24. So we take our previous answer, we'll add on our 24, and we should be coming out with a final answer of 61.70 metres.